Hi, and welcome to another episode of Learn MailChimp. So today I'm going to talk you through how to import a list of subscribers and import them into a new list or an existing list, if you prefer, within MailChimp. So let's stick with the example that you have a fledgling yoga school and you ran a yoga class in the park, and afterwards you remembered that it would be a really good idea to collect those participants' name and email address, and you wrote that information down, and when you got home you put it into an Excel, a Word document, a text file, and now you're not sure how to take that information and put it into MailChimp to be able to run a successful email marketing campaign. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So in order to complete this lesson, you need to have a list set up in MailChimp already. And if you don't know how to do that, just check out my other video on how to create a list, which I'll put on the screen now. Ding! I also do amazing sound effects throughout all my videos, so stay tuned. Okay, so you need to have at least one list, and you may want to add these new subscribers into that existing list, or perhaps you'd like to keep them separate and create a new list. For the purpose of this demonstration, I've created a new list here that I'm going to import these subscribers into. Now, whether or not you want to add your subscribers to an existing list or to a new list, the process is still the same. Okay, so what you want to do is go over to your list and then go over to Add Subscribers and click on Import Subscribers. Now this is going to give you a couple of options. This first time round, I'm going to show you how to do this using what's known as a CSV file. So if we just come over to Excel, I'll show you what this means. Here I am in Excel, and as you can see, I have some amazing political friends or customers. Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton. They've got some pretty interesting email addresses. I should probably put a disclaimer on here and tell you that obviously, these are not actually their real email addresses. But for the purpose of this, let's roll with that. Here we have what's known as a CSV file. I don't want to get too technical. So all you need to know is, if you put in the information that you've collected from your customers into Excel, if you want to import that list into MailChimp, you need to save it as a CSV file. And it's really easy. You literally just need to go up to File, Save As, and when it comes down to format, you need to select comma-separated values and press Save. I've already saved this file earlier, so I'm just going to click on Replace. That option won't come up for you. It'll come up with this little alert and just press Continue. So let's say at the top of your form, you've named your columns first name, last name, etc. You don't really need that, so I'd recommend just deleting it and then saving it as a CSV file as already discussed. Let's head over to MailChimp and import this subscriber list. Make sure that you've got the CSV function selected and then go down to Next. So upload the file from your computer and make sure that you select the CSV file, not the Excel file. Click Open. Check this box here. Now this is to do with MailChimp's billing plan. My understanding is, for a free account, you can only have a certain amount of subscribers before you start paying a fee per subscriber. I don't know all the details off the top of my head, so in terms of payment and stuff of that nature, check out MailChimp's own information on this. So check the box here and then press Next. This is where you need to line up the columns in your CSV file with the fields that you're going to make within your list within MailChimp. So for example, it asks you to determine what this column represents. So you need to make a selection, and obviously this is the first name. So you need to press Save, and then you need to go through every column and do the same thing. So this one again, this is going to be last name, and you need to press Save. This here is obviously email address, and this last one is their birthdays, and they are actually their real birthdays, I'll have you know. Well, real birthdays according to Google, but that's good enough. So check on date of birth, for example, and then press save. Now, this is showing you that all of your columns are going to be lined up with relevant fields that will be pre-populated by MailChimp in your list, which you'll see in the next step. This final page is just asking you how to categorize the people that you're trying to import. So, are they going to be subscribed, unsubscribed, or cleaned? Now, let's say you had a list of people who had approached you and asked you to remove them from their list, and then you compiled that into an Excel spreadsheet like we just did before. But in this case, you want to unsubscribe them. You would click on unsubscribed. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to click subscribe. And now you can see we have the email address here, the first name here, the last name, and the date of birth. And that's all there is to it. And now I'm going to walk you through how to add a group of subscribers that you might have saved in, say, a Word document, for example. Otherwise, if you'd like to know how to manually add in an individual subscriber, go and check out my video on that now. Ding! So I've gone through and deleted out my fake political customers, and I'm going to show you now how to add subscribers if they're stored in something like a Word document. So go to your list, go down to import subscribers, and then you need to select copy paste from file. So what we're going to need to do is take the information from another source and copy it and paste it into here. And what I would recommend is that you had the same columns lined up in your source to copy and paste in here. Otherwise, it's going to end up really messy and be quite time consuming for you. So if we go over to my Word document, you can see all my wonderful political customers. And all I'm going to do is take this information and copy and paste it into MailChimp. And what you can see has happened is that it's created 2 entries out of some of this information. So you want to go through and just tidy it up. You want to leave a little bit of space between, let's say, the email address, the first name, the last name, and the date of birth. So I'm going to go through that now and tidy mine up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So it's a good idea to make sure that you don't have things running together. Like, for example, if you had it formatted like this, MailChimp might not recognize it. So at the end of one field, I'd recommend just doing a tab to make sure that there's sufficient space between the end of one and the start of the other. Just click down here and go to next. Okay, now you're going to go through the same process that you did when you imported your list from Excel. So once again, email address, obviously first name, last name, and date of birth. Go down to next, and you're subscribing these people. And voila, all of the information is there just like it was when we imported from Excel. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions, please ask in the comments below. Make sure to sign up to my email newsletter where you'll be first to know about videos when they come out and get insider tips on email marketing that I only share via email. Check out the other tutorials in my channel to learn how to get better at MailChimp and email marketing in general.